I was preaching or pontificating on the nature of the world and what we face from my perspective in the last hour. If you'd like to chime in on this loss of awareness, this glaze in people's eyes, everybody's talked about it for decades, but it's getting worse. And I've got all these scientific reports that the population is in more and more in a highly suggestible near sleep state, like daydreaming or sleepwalking. That the neurological firings of the human brain, especially in children, are very limited. The higher centers of the brain associated with religious experience, mathematics, classical music, are not even being accessed in most cases. Humanity's being lost. Take this new Pokemon craze that I heard everybody's been telling me about for a week, where I guess Pokemon, you have a cell phone, and you go out and look for these little monsters that you get and you train. You know, I mean, some of my kids play with Pokemon. I know my sister did. She's like 14 years younger than me. I was too young. I mean, I was too old. That came out after I was doing such things. And so it geolocates where you're at and then puts one of these little monsters that you have to capture and then take back and train in the real world. But because children spend less time outside in the West than supermax prisoners, less than 1 hour a day, EMTs are reporting kids are collapsing everywhere, heat stroke, they're getting hurt, they're running out in front of cars. And in a way, that's good. It's not good they're going to get hit by cars, but it's good they're outside. It's good they're rediscovering the outside world. But it took the Japanese game brought to the internet to push a system they call augmented reality for the kids to even go outside, where they could have gone and caught fish in the local creek, even if they were in a big city. Or they could have gone and birdwatched or built a fort or played baseball or gone swimming or stolen beer out of golfers' ice chest like I would do. I'm sorry. But, I mean, everybody has their adventures as a kid. Or how about when you're 12, 13, 14, going and knocking on the cute girl down the street's door and having her mom come to the door and say, oh, well, who are you? Well, I met your daughter at the pool last week, and I just want to see if she wants to go to a movie or something. Movie theater's only about a mile away. We could walk, or I got the money. I'll pay for it, ma'am. How about you take us? Well, you sure are a polite young man. Come on in here. You're only 13, like you're about 16. Well, my daughter's 15. Here comes in the daughter. See, that's the kind of video game I was playing, and it was real. And it was a lot better than, I had a Nintendo, and I'd play it when my buddies came over sometime. But the air conditioner with these lights, just in the heat of Texas for some reason, it's so humid outside that it's been a little bit hot in here. That's why for TV viewers you see me occasionally wiping a dish rag on my face. But side issue for the radio listeners, they're not having to watch that. And again, I can only talk about the universe from my perspective. It's not about, well, Alex Jones did this and Alex Jones did that. But I look at the stunted world these children are in. They're not at swim meets. They're not in basketball meets. They're not. No, the vast majority are not. Some are. And you see the kids that are in sports. You see the kids that aren't watching TV all day. It's like they look super healthy, super alive. There's electricity in their eyes. I don't care what color they are. But you see the TV head kids, and they kind of stumble around. They kind of bump into walls. You can't really talk to them. They're always looking down, or if they do talk to you, what about this TV show? What about this video game? What about this comic book? And if you go, well, there's more in the world than just comic books, they'll go, oh, yeah, whatever. And like immediately have a Pavlovian angry response to you. Well, if you don't like it, that's fine. I'm like, whoa, I'm not, hey, you one brought up video games and comic books to me. And you'd think I was awake to all this stuff. I'd let my children get ingratiated in it, some because, you're going on a trip or on a plane or a 4-hour car drive, and you want to go ahead and let them have access to media, or you want them to do research on the internet for their paper they're writing, and then it always train wrecks into something bad. And then you take all the media away from them, except maybe let my kids watch the new True Grit. And it's got violence and stuff in it, but at least it's giving them instincts. It's based on something honorable. It's got good actors in it. It's long form. The scenes are long. It develops a longer attention span. Oh, here, you want to go to the bookstore? You want to go to the library and take 20 books home? Let's do that. Because it gets you to form ideas in your own mind. It gets you to have to image everything you're reading. If you're reading about Moby Dick and what he looked like with all the harpoons and wires wrapped all around him and his big, intelligent eyes staring at Captain Ahab as the two go deep into the sea, interlocked together in hatred. You image that in your mind. That creates synapses. That creates understanding. That creates systems in your mind that came originally from the depths of your imagination, and then forces you to access the massively compressed but accessible race memory of every one of your ancestors.